Street Fighter 6 is about 2 months away, and everyone is super stoked to get their hands on these new characters. So I thought maybe we'll just go over who I'm interested in playing in Street Fighter 6. And I did this in tier list format, where I had 5 categories: definitely main, interested, only for fun, only for content, and uninstall before playing. Spoiler alert, I didn't put anyone in the bottom tier because everyone seems fun in their own ways. But some of them I'm going to enjoy more than others. And before we jump in, consider subscribing, where you'll see more content just like this. Who do I plan to play in Street Fighter 6, like, to gauge my interest in the characters? We have the full cast now, so why not talk about, like, who is interesting to me? Of course, we all know Juri, absolute. It's not even a question, right? This will definitely be me. I'm not very excited for Juri after seeing the rest of the cast. Based on what the rest of the cast can do, the first 8, I was like, okay, cool, she's strong, we're in there. But as the game evolves more, I'm looking at her going, I don't know if she's going to cut it, but I like the character, so I always will play her. She does look mid. I absolutely agree with you. I think she looks very mid. And comparatively to the rest of the cast, I think she might be on, like, bottom mid. I'm excited to play the character. I'm maining her specifically just because I like the character. You dig? Let's look at someone that I have little to no interest in playing, but I will try them out because, you know, they seem interesting. That's going to be Blanca. I don't think I'm going to have fun playing Blanca, but I will try to go outside of my comfort zone when it comes to the characters in this game. And I do plan to play most of the cast. So Blanca, he's not going to be uninstall, but I definitely will try him for content. He definitely looks like he's going to have plus frames on his lightning mix up with his Blanca Chans. He has damage conversions off of his install. Like, the character seems like it's going to be potent. It will definitely be questionable whether or not I will put him up to for fun. I'm not interested. I can say that. I don't know if I'll have fun playing him, so for now, I'm going to keep him only for content. His install looks super nasty. I think so, too. He takes a lot of drive gauge, too. Kail also is going to be in only for content. The reason being, Kail seems like he's going to be really good. I can't think... I mean, Street Fighter 4, he was right? But in Street Fighter 5, he's been strong for the longest time, and I think it's going to continue in Street Fighter 6. His tool set in 6 is really good, and projectiles seems like they're going to be strong in this game. There's just less answers for projectiles, and projectiles will just chip away at drive gauge, and it's just going to put pressure on your resources. So Kail is going to be good. We see a pattern here. Both of these are charge characters. I usually don't play charge characters. Kail might be a character that gets moved up to only for fun, or maybe even interested as I get used to playing charge characters, but I just can't see that, at least for the first season. In your opinion, he was the strongest character in the beta? I do agree with that. Speaking of strong characters in the beta, I'm actually going to bring Chun-Li in. She's really hard to play, and I think she was really strong in the beta, but I think she's underdeveloped, and I think it's going to take a little bit of time before people do get used to her. So actually, I'm interested because I always like playing Chun-Li. I think she's a fun character, and I think her stance is a lot of fun. On top of it, I think she was very underrated in the beta. There's a few things I don't like about her. One is her range. Like, she went from being a really long range character to having great pokes to, like, feeling really out of place. I think as this character gets developed more, her stock will go up. As she was fun to play when I tried her. It was just frustrating because I didn't know what I was doing. There was a specific point in the beta where I realized that once she's in the Serenity stance, you didn't have to charge her moves. Once I realized that, I went, this character actually has, like, juice right now. I definitely can see myself playing her and having a lot of fun playing her. So I think she was one of the strongest characters in the beta. But again, I just think she was, like, underdeveloped. In a year, this character will be top tier. Jamie is definitely interested. But once I got my hands on him in the beta, he went down to only for fun. And the reason is his playstyle actually was a little bit blander than I thought it was going to be. And I actually think we're overrating him. He seems strong, but I think once other characters start to come out, we'll see in comparison that this character is only okay. With projectiles being strong, what's he going to do against that? You know what I mean? I definitely was interested in him, but after playing him a bit, I have to bring him down only for fun. A lot of these characters will definitely still be able to come back to interested. I kind of think I have it set for a reason. So there's something about Jamie that specifically made me rethink how I felt about him. It's the idea of, like, full screen drinks. Thing about Jamie is that The drink is quick, but it's not quick enough that a drive rush won't interrupt him. I started to drive rush sweep him, and then he wasn't that big of a problem. Because a lot of times, Jamies would back up and go to drink just to get a stack or two. But once I realized I could just drive rush in and then take care of him in that way, it became a lot easier. On top of it, I think in the beta, a lot of things he tried was unsafe. We just didn't really know. I did have some problems with his install. Once he started using his install more, that's when I started to like not be able to stop him. And that's when it got scary. I was less scared of him toward the end of the betas than I was at the beginning. So that's what I mean. I feel that he's a little bit overrated. Let's look at Kimberly. So Kimberly's tough because I want to put her here, but there's a caveat. For season 1, I'm probably not going to invest a lot of time into her because I think her playstyle is really bad for people trying to learn the game. I think that she has the playstyle where you will be rewarded for running your games and not knowing how the game works. So I don't want to be babied by this character to the point where I don't understand the game as much to where I can't play these characters here, right? I want to play her a lot, but I probably won't for at least the first half of season 1 or for a while. I just won't invest a lot of time into her just because I think she will help me develop bad habits. And I don't want that. Based on her character, based on her gameplay, like she has a lot of setups. I like that. She has a lot of labbable things. I like that. It's just everything about this character I just love so much. But I think players who play this character, they're going to really not understand how this game is played. And that's an important thing because if you understand how the game is played, you'll be able to unlock so much more of the character and so much more of the cast. If you learn the game by only playing her, I legitimately think you will be one of those characters that will just run your mix. And when your mix doesn't work, you'll just fall apart. So this is a character that I want to put up here, but I'm going to put her here just on principle. Let's look at Ken. I'm interested. This is what you don't know about me, chat. Almost every Street Fighter game that I've played, I always start off with Ken. This will probably be the first game that I don't start with Ken. In Street Fighter 4, I played Ken at the start. Then I went from Ken to, I think, Sakura. Then Dan, then Rose. And Rose was my main in Street Fighter 4 and the very beginning of Super Street Fighter 4. In Street Fighter 5, Juri wasn't there, so I played Ken and I swapped to Karin. But this game is no different. I probably will be playing some Ken as well. It's just different because Juri's there. Ken seems good. I'm concerned that his moves don't have plus frames, but I don't think he needs that. His corner carry is just that strong. And I'm very interested in his character, like his lore. This is definitely a character that I will be putting time into. Let's look at a character like Zangief. Zangief will only be for content. I have never been into Zangief. Spoiler alert, there's another character that I'm more interested in. Zangief does seem cool. And Zangief always seems fun in most of the Street Fighter games, but I just can't put time into him because he always has glaring problems that just makes it less fun. In Street Fighter 5, it was very obvious. In Street Fighter 6, he looks like a lot of those issues was addressed. Maybe I think he'll move up to fun. He will never be an interested. But for now, only for content, I can see myself making a lot of videos, kind of trolling, having fun, going over things about Gief, going over guides for Gief, because I think he will be a nuanced character. A lot would have to change for me to not want to main Marisa. I have fallen in love with this character. Everything I see about her just gives me like Zarya vibes. Big Dami Mommy. Her design is cool. Her voice acting is cool. Her moves seem really rewarding. Her playstyle seems fun. She does a lot more damage than I thought she would. Just everything about her just seems like a character that I can get behind. Every piece of media that I've seen about her just makes me go, oh, I love her. Her level 3 is guaranteed corner. Stop. With such a bruising character, they found a way to still keep femininity with her, and I think that's like really, really cool. She's cool as hell, man. She kisses her fist. She smushes your face with the heart. Super cool. So the first part of this tier list is a lot of women at the top, and I tend to play female characters. That's just me. But let's look at a character that is a bit higher. JP, I'm interested in. Absolutely. JP looks like a lab monster's dream. Not only is his character cool, he's got setups, he's got fireballs, he's got range, he's got He's got keep away. It looks like he's got a counter. It's like, what does this character not have? If you like boss characters like Bison, Akuma, Juri, and Gil, any of those characters, you're going to want to play him. I just think that his playstyle looks like it's going to be a crap load of fun. And it reminds me a lot of Street Fighter 4 Juri. You keep away until you don't have to, and then you go in for setups. I like that. Come on, he's like a puppet character. That's cool. I'm about to drop something shocking. This is far outside of the realm of what I usually like. Dalsim, I'm interested. Dalsim, I'm interested. I'm going to break the tier list in some way, right? This is only if he's good. If he's not good, he'll come down here. He'll drop down really quickly. We're on a nice edge when it comes to Dalsim because I really wanted to learn him in Street Fighter 5. I just couldn't, right? Street Fighter 5, toward the end, I just got so bored with it. Dalsim has a lot of excellent tools. You look at a character like Blanca, you look at a character like Kail, you look at a character like Geef, all of these characters, right? Everyone who is in Street Fighter 5, I'm frustrated because they gave Dalsim so many of his tools from his V skills and his V trigger. Same thing with Blanca, same thing with Kail. Same thing from Honda. There's so much that characters are bringing over that was locked away behind V skills and V trigger. I'm super disappointed that they brought over none of Juri's V skills. I'm disappointed that they brought over only her V trigger 1. She legitimately didn't bring anything over. You have a lot of these characters that have so much of their playstyle from Street Fighter 5 and it's unlocked, right? Like Dalsim gets his float all the time. That's insane. Why doesn't she get her V skill 1? I legitimately think Juri needs one more move. They should give her the V skill 1. They should give her her counter. They should give her V skill 2. But Dalsim got his V skills. He got everything. It's insane how like this character is going to be strong. So if his limbs are hard countered by the system, then yeah, like I think that Dalsim will probably go down here for myself. If his limbs and his keep away is good, plus he still has a rush down capability with his dive kick and his float, then this character is going to be a really fun character for me to dive into. And it's a shame because in Street Fighter 5, I kept going, I have to be better. I gotta be better. I gotta be better. In Street Fighter 6, I don't have anything to prove. I'm here to make content. I don't care if I'm good. I want to be good enough. If this character sucks, right down there. Hell, I could drop this character down here, but I'm interested in only the slightest way. Ordinary guy. Only for fun. Ryu, can't see myself putting too much time into Ryu. I think Ryu will be strong. I think he was underrated in the beta. I think he was super underrated. I can see myself getting good with him, but I can't see myself putting a lot of time into him. You feel me? I'm never really interested in Ryu. This is the most interested I've been in Ryu. He's got a lot of interesting mechanics and he's rewarded. That's the thing about it. Like he's rewarded for his hits. He does a lot of damage. He's got charges. He's got plus frames. He zones pretty well. And at best, he might move up to interested to where I will play them more. I highly doubt that. Next on the list, let's look at the poster boy. I think Luke was underrated in the beta, and I think he'll only get better. But holy crap, do I hate this character. I absolutely hate this character. I don't like his voice actor. All right, time to begin. I hate this character. He's such a loser. He doesn't wear shoes. His playstyle is kind of corny. I don't have any interest in this character, but I can see myself making a video on how to play him. I can see myself making videos on playing him in ranked or getting him to diamond, stuff like that. I don't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy Luke in Street Fighter 5. I don't think I'll enjoy him in 6 because I think he got even more corny. At best, maybe he'll come back only for fun, but I don't see myself playing him all that much. He's legitimately ordinary guy, just not ordinary. Does that make sense? I don't think Luke has the sauce, yo. If he had shoes, maybe. The no shoes, how long his shirt is, he looks like his legs are short and stumpy. The only thing about Luke that I do like is the game between drive rush into throw and drive rush into the heavy flash knuckle. I think that's cool. Let's look at Edward Honda. Don't look, Ray, but he's going to be only for content. I think this is the least interested I have been in Honda, like in all the games. I always like pressing jab hands. I think jab hands is super fun to play around with. command grabs in this game are going to do a metric ton of damage, and I think grapplers are going to have a really strong place in the meta for Season 1, but I really can't see myself getting too hype about E Honda. If I try him out and I like him, maybe he'll come to Only for Fun. But for now, based on what I've seen, even just the last video with him and Lily, I just didn't see any like sauce. You know what I mean? I didn't see anything that went, oh, I want to play that. I want to do that. Pretty paint by numbers. He kind of looked like Street Fighter V E Honda. I really didn't have much fun playing E Honda. Just saying. Speaking of Lily, I'm interested. We have a command grab character here, and this is like your hybrid. She's got mobility, she's got command grab, she's got range. She has plus frames. There's a lot about her that's strong. The character itself is like really cute, well designed. She looks awesome. Her voice actor is great. I like the character a lot. And from Jump Street, I said, this character is cool as hell. But I'm only interested. And like Dalsim, it's on a knife's edge. I can see myself playing more Marisa just based on character alone. But I really like her Stand Fierce range. I like the fact that you can drive rush her Stand Fierce. I like that she has a command grab. So drive rush into a command grab or a drive rush into low is going to be a really potent Janken. The thing about her too, she's able to force plus frames. She's got a move that is an attack that also builds the wind dance stacks. And do you know who else has a move that's an attack that builds stacks that buffs their next move? Juri. I like my wind users. There's definitely not a lot of sauce for her CA. Like these characters here, like this character here. Other characters just have so much more of a cool factor to them. Next on the list, let's look at DJ. DJ is a character that no one is talking about. And if this were a tier list on strength or perceived strength, I would put DJ right below the top tier. I think DJ is going to be really strong, but just because the character's strong doesn't mean I'm interested. I definitely will try the character. I'm only going to have fun with it. The fact that he has a stance and a sway and all those things is going to be really strong. When I first saw his sway, I said, can he be thrown out of that? Because that's an auto shimmy. And the last thing we saw in his showcase was just that. Characters like him, like Kimberly, that they sway back, they weave back, where they can evade a throw, is going to be so good. I think that kind of stuff just lends itself just to being able to play around strike and throw. And strike and throw might not be the strongest in Street Fighter 6, but it definitely is still going to be a thing. Strike throw will always be a thing in any fighting game. It's just a matter of how much of the meta is based around strike throw. And I think DJ is going to have a lot of opportunity to open someone up. He's constantly going to make you guess, and I like that about him. On top of it, having his max out and being able to feint that is super cool. Because if you think about it, if you feint the max out, you might force them to try to drive impact and then you counter. Whenever you give a person more opportunities for outplay, they'll just always have a place. I look at DJ kind of like Zeku. That's how I see him. That he's going to have a lot of like tech and he's going to have a lot of strength behind that tech and he'll only develop better. So there's 2 characters left. Where do you think I'm going to place these characters? Where do you think I'm going to place Cammy? Where do you think I'm going to place Menel? Because I didn't mean to leave these characters for last. Leave in the comments below. What do you think? Where do you think I'm going to put them? Let's start off with Cammy. I'm interested. But if I had to put her as interested, she would be here. She would be definitely at the beginning. Because this character, I always think Cammy's a lot of fun. And I never put a lot of time into her. And the reason being is that I don't like playing characters that have to put my body on the line. If you look at any character that I play in almost any competitive game, it's a character that I don't have to put my hurt box on the line. Juri's my main. Guess what she doesn't have to do? Go all in and get beat up. I don't think I'll main Cammy. This character can definitely, absolutely move up here. Most definitely. However, it's not a character like day one I'm going to want to pick and put time into, but maybe like week 1, I probably am going to be playing her a lot because she looks like a lot of fun in the trailer. Cammy's always good, which leaves Menel. This is actually the hardest one to pick because like Cammy, if I was to pick her anywhere, it would be interested at the very top. But based on what I've seen about her, based on her character, based on her playstyle, I actually am going to put her at the very bottom. like Dalsim was Knife's Edge in interested, Manon is Knife's Edge in maining. When I saw her, I said the two characters that I want to play are these two here. Absolutely. From the very first time I saw her design, I said, who is that baddie? And I said, I want to play her. But after I saw her gameplay, I was less enthused about her. And the more I saw about Marisa, I was more enthused about her. But I'm still interested. This is still a character that I would want to play. Now, she has to put her body on the line, but she's got long range, right? She's got damage behind her. So that's interesting to me. Now, at the beginning of this, I didn't talk about whether or not this will be ordered, but let's just go through it and try to make it as ordered as possible. So first of all, absolutely, at the very top, Juri, I want to main her, cool. Marisa is like my secondary. Manon, maybe, right? Kimberly definitely can come up here at some point, and she very well might. But for now, I'm going to put her right behind Cammy because I'm more interested in Cammy. After that, I'm going to put Chun-Li, JP, Lily, Ken, and then Dalsim. Now, for this tier here, you know what? I'm going to put it like that. I think Jamie is going to be a lot of fun. You know what? No. DJ before Jamie. I'm more interested in DJ than Jamie. You know what? Let's put Ryu before Jamie. Only for content. Okay. Blanca, definitely at the bottom. And then after that, I'm going to put Luke. Least interested in Luke. You know? I'm going to do that. I think Luke is the character that I have zero interest in playing. Blanca, more than Honda. Yeah, you know what? I think this is set, right? Guile, I might want to play more if I got better at charge. If I get better at playing charge, I can see Guile being a secondary because strength is always fun. But I think this is really where I'm going to leave it at. So I'm going to do something different here, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move stuff around. And I'm going to troll a bit, right? In case anyone scrolls through and don't watch the tier list, they'll come toward the end and then see this. So this is where my tier list is. I am super pumped to play Zangief and Blanca and Honda. I never was into charge. However, these characters look so cool. Unfortunately, Juri just, oh man, like I just fell out of love with her. Her and Marisa. It's just the more I see about them, the more I don't want to play them. Like I've been playing Juri for like 13 years. I think I'm done with her. I think that's just absolutely going to be my end with this character. Like, am I overfeed? I think so. What do you think, chat? Do you think it'll work? Do you think anyone will take the bait? So hopefully you guys liked the content. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. I know you might not like that I'm not going to play Juri all that much. Just kidding. Troll. But if you also want to see more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. I love you all. Peace out.